Hi again, everyone. Scott Player Pop Cult fan here, and in this video, I just recently watched the newest episode of season 2 of Superman and Lois. The show is back on, and as you guys have seen, I've done a full season review of that first season, and right off the bat, this is a very solid first episode for season 2. It picks up right where season 1 left off, without giving any spoilers. I think Elizabeth Tulloch as Lois Lane, her reaction to the cliffhanger at the very end of the season 1 finale, it definitely felt realistic, and I thought definitely helped with her character throughout the episode, and just overall I thought this episode helped tease what's to come in the season, while at the same time also being self-contained. And like what I've said with my season 1 review, that this show, it's a family drama first and a Superman show second, and I really like that about this show. And with all these different characters that get different arcs throughout this entire show, you have like this community of people in Smallville, and that kind of creates a bit of a character in and of itself, and gives the town of Smallville it feels lived in, and you get to know a lot of the characters in this community, specifically with Clark's family and Lana's family, like I've said before in my previous video. And it's a very good show that so far has really surprised me, because as a brand new show in the Arrowverse, it's a breath of fresh air. Just like with the quality, the writing is really good, the acting. And if I had to pick like my favorite actor out of all the actors in this show, I'd probably pick Elizabeth Tulloch as Lois Lane. I think she gives the best performance, even compared to Tyler Hoechlin as Clark Kent and Superman. I'd argue that Elizabeth Tulloch gives the best performance in the entire show. Her character I've really grown to appreciate, just with her acting ability, and she's great in the role. And with this first episode, it kind of goes into a little bit more of like Jordan and Jonathan and their relationships. And how that kind of plays into Lois Lane as their mom, and how she reacts to these relationships, I thought was rather interesting. And also with what Clark is dealing with, because he has this migraine, and it kind of affects him when he's trying to do certain things, and I thought that was rather interesting. And then there's like this pounding, like this earthquake that's like affecting the entire town, and there's a moment like later in the episode where we see what we supposedly think is the earthquake happening, and what the cause is. And then at the very end of the episode, with the cliffhanger teasing the possible main villain of the first half of the season, there's a bit of a twist with that, because when they first show the first possible cause, it's something else, and that also kind of teases another story arc with other characters, and how this other character in the military is sort of butting heads with Clark a little bit, as Superman. And I thought that was rather interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out throughout the season, with this whole military story arc going on. And then I'm not sure. I mean, I think the villain that was and then like climbing through the rubble or whatever, at first I thought it was a creature, which, but I've seen a closer shot of that on YouTube, and it's a metallic arm, and I've heard that might be Doomsday, which that's a very different take on Doomsday. I mean, it's a TV show, so it's an adaptation, but I mean, I've seen a few different adaptations of Doomsday, on the Smallville TV show and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. And if that really is Doomsday and the show doing their own take on the character, it's very different because that was a metallic arm, not a living creature-looking arm. It was metallic, like almost like Rhodey's armor as War Machine in the MCU. It reminded me of that. So, but apparently it's Doomsday, supposedly. So they're doing something different with Doomsday, I guess. But yeah, like overall, this was a really good first episode for season 2. And I'm very curious to see where things go from this first episode, because I think what they did, like reintroducing Sarah, Jordan's girlfriend, they did something like there was a 3-month time jump, and then also with what I was saying about Lois Lane and her character and reacting to what happened in the season 1 finale, there's that character that I mentioned. He had a daughter in this other parallel universe, and what they're doing with that character is rather interesting, and it'll be interesting to see that play out throughout the season. So yeah, this was a really good first episode. I'm definitely really just surprised with this show week to week, and it's I love this show. It's a really good show. For those of you that want something from the Arrowverse that's actually good, this is it. Superman and Lois. It's easily the best DC show that the CW has ever produced, in my opinion. And as I've done for the first season, I'll do a full proper season review when it's done airing, whenever that will be. That's probably going to be for a while. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.